And we are recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the series finale of Bibbling Series 1. This is episode 50 of Genesis. I hope you're hyped, because we're fucking hyped. It's been a long night, but we're almost finally there. Joe, how are you feeling?
We are so hyped. Really tired, really drunk at this point, but yeah, very excited. We've been doing this for a long time, and yeah, the fact that we're about to record episode 50 is a big moment, really. I think we're excited for the future of Bibblin. I think we're excited about, all of the stuff that we've done up until this point. And I think the fans are fucking excited for this next episode.
I know that they are. I've been out speaking to a few of them. I recorded a few clips, which I'm not going to cut to in post because they were quite explicit. They were quite harsh in some of the commentary.
Sweary.
They were pretty much untenable to be playing on the airwaves, if I'm completely honest. I'm not pointing any fingers, Jeff, but it was too much. And constructive criticism, be what it may, some things just don't need to be said. Anyway, moving on from the harsh critiques we have within our own fan base, we're excited. It's to have this done is going to be... I can't wait to go onto my CV and update it and say Bibbling Series 1 complete. And it's going to be front and centre, bigger than everything else. All it's going to say is Bibbling Series 1 complete.
Definitely. And I think we can let the fans know at this point that this is the only reason that we've done Bibblin is to put it on our CVs, really.
Yeah, that is correct.
We just wanted to, just get any podcast out. Really, just
it really could have been anything.
First season
it could have been anything,
yeah. And it's always good to have it on paper. If it says on paper, we've recorded episode 50 of Bibblin. When the people who are looking for work, they'll see how big Bibblin has become as a podcast, and where it's spread around the world, and all of the hits that we get in Singapore and all of that.
I don't know if you've ever applied to be a bricklayer in Singapore.
Never,
because I have, and it's a tough, cutthroat business, and it's very much what podcast have you been in or who you know. So I'm obviously going down the what podcast have you been in, you know?
And who you know,
and also who I know. I know you as well. Yeah,
you know me, and I've also got 50 episodes of a podcast.
Exactly.
So with that's your 50 and my 50. That's 100.
Exactly. So that's 100 points right there in Singapore when you're trying to be a bricklayer. So it's those sorts of little bonuses in life, that are going to really push you forward. That's the kind of thing we're aiming for here. And we were quite shocked when we started this podcast, and purely to get jobs as Filipino bricklayers, and suddenly there was a following, a mass cult, if you will, showing up at both of our doors every day, asking for when is the next episode of Bibbling out. That's we haven't said up until this point, but that is why we had to keep taking breaks in between releasing these episodes. Is that
it's stressful, man.
It is stressful, and you have to temper the community spirit / audience, the excitement around the next release of an episode. You really have to taper that off and make sure that you release at the exact right time, so that they don't. The excitement doesn't get too much, and then society ends up breaking in the process. Because I don't want to release a podcast into a place that doesn't have society anymore. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely, 100%. And there's a balance with everything, pretty much every time someone knocks on my door and asks about the next episode of Bibblin, they'll ask for bread, and that's fine. I've got loads of bread in the house. I can give out little bits of bread here and there, but when 8,000 people are lining up at my door to get bread. I'm not Hovis.
Yeah, we've been there. I've been there, definitely.
I'm not Hovis. Hovis is a conglomerate bread company.
Apart from that time you did live in the Hovis factory, but other than that,
well, I've got ties to Hovis. All right, I'm not denying that, but I am not Hovis personally. And this is episode 50 of Bibble.
And that is why you are listening to this podcast.
Thank you for joining us on the journey to where we are, basically.
It's been a long time coming. And
genuinely, thank you.
Yeah,
if anyone's actually been listening to all of these episodes, I say anyone, like loads of people have, bunch of cunts knocking at my door asking for bread. But
well, we can only assume whether they've actually listened to the episodes. I don't know. All we know is they're asking for bread and they want to hear the next episode of the podcast. Like, what does that really mean? Like,
that is true. Yeah, they don't actually have to have listened at that point. Oh, is that why the numbers are so low? they've not actually listened. they just
say they're listening and also want bread.
I reckon what's happened there is like one guy did it, and then he told all his mates that if you knock on this door, all you got to say is, "I love the podcast. Can I have some bread?" And he'll give you bread.
Works every time, mate. Every time.
Works every time. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that was something.
Welcome to Bibbling.
Nice rumbly intro. That was the most rumbly intro that we've had this recording session.
Definitely. I feel like the audience have deserved it, and I would like to ask you, Joe, as a final time, has there been, while we've been on air, any Bible news?
Yeah, definitely. So, in the month of December... Actually, no, I don't have any Bible news. I got a Bible... We'll fucking scrap that segment next time.
Yeah, we'll cut that in post. Edit point.
Edit point. Have we got an editor yet? Editor?
Please. Hello. Cut this out.
Help us.
Please.
I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, right, okay.
Need to go to sleep.
I think we need to... We've been congratulating ourselves so much for so long. I think it really is time we just actually powered through this. There's not that long to go. Is it me to start this one after the last one?
I think he just finished that, but I'm not sure.
I think I finished on like the last couple. I had like 3 chapters or something. But
do you want to go blocks of 5 for this last one?
Let's do blocks of 5. That sounds more agreeable.
And that's closer.
Should we do something? Should we just both try and tackle the beginning, the interlude at the same time? Should we just both do it since we know it so well?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, right, ready? 3, 2, 1. The
Holy Bible, King James Holy Bible,
King James Bible,
Old Testament,
PDF.
The King James Holy Bible.pdf,
the first book of Moses,
first book of Moses,
called Genesis, Volume 1,
the book of Genesis,
the first Genesis, Genesis 50. 1.
That did not go well.
Seamless. Utterly seamless.
Oh god! If anyone doesn't realise this yet, we don't have the intro in front of us. We're just trying to remember what it was. So we probably got it wrong for the last 12 episodes.
I think we were pretty close there. Come on.
We're close. I think the .pdf is staying.
Yeah.
That is staying. Right, yeah, I'll start. Genesis 51. And Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him and kissed him. Genesis 52. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father, and the physicians embalmed Israel. That's fine. I'll get a yellow card for that.
Yeah.
Genesis 53. And 40 days were fulfilled for him, for so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. Genesis 54. And when the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of the Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, Genesis 55. My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die in my grave which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan. There shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again.
Genesis 56. And Pharaoh said, Go up and bury thy father, according as he may thee swear. Genesis 57. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt. Genesis 58. And all the house of Joseph, and his brethren, and his father's house, only their little ones, and their flocks, and their herds. They left in the land of Goshen. I will happily accept a Magnolia card. Genesis 50:9. And there went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a very great company. Genesis 50:10. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond Jordan, and there they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation, and he made a mourning for his father 7 days. What's a threshing floor?
Like fake wooden floor.
White privilege. Continue.
White privilege. Poor white privilege. Wooden floor.
Yeah.
Threshing floor. Yeah, that's good. That's a good word. Is it me? I'm getting confused with the fives now. Genesis 50:11. And when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, "This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians." Wherefore the name of it was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan. Genesis 50:12. And his sons did unto him according as he commanded them. Genesis 50:13. For his sons carried him into the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham brought. Nope.
Yeah,
Genesis.
bought.
I said the wrong word. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go back. Genesis 50:13. For his sons carried him into the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham bought in the field for a possession of a burying place of Ephron the Hittite, before Mamre. Genesis 50:14. And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his father. Nope. Genesis 50:14. And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, all the way. No. Oh God.
Nope.
It's all coming apart at the seams. Genesis 50:14. And Joseph returned into Egypt, he and his brethren, and all that went up with him to bury his father, after he had buried his father. Genesis 50:15.
Fucking hell.
And when Genesis 50:15. And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, "Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite all the evil which we did unto him."
Fucking hell.
Oh my God,
King James, like, come on.
He peradventure hates me.
He peradventure hates me, bro.
Gap year.
I'm on my peradventure gap year.
I wish I knew what peradventure means.
No, you don't.
I don't. No, I'm not
it's,
gonna
it's better
ever
not
look it up.
knowing. It means everything.
Yeah, it's better to not know. Yeah, it could be anything, and
Exactly.
it changes so much as well. Like the context of that word in
It's like,
King James's literature is fantastic.
if you ever hear a Polish people speaking it, it's like they have that word kurwa, which means like everything. It means so many different things. Like it means fuck.
Yeah, cool.
It means bitch. It means like, but then also lots of other things which are not so nasty. Like, so you just hear it said
Like-
all the time. Like very, it means very as well. You're
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh,
But
kurwa,
just
blah,
the
blah, blah.
context.
Yeah, it's just all about how you use it in the context. So it's
That's
used in
cool.
like 20 different places. You'll hear it all the time now, and you hear like people like, yeah, talking away. It'll come up all the time, and I feel like
Yeah.
peradventure is one of those words where it just like peradventure,
Means a
peradventure,
lot.
peradventure, peradventure, peradventure.
Yeah, you hear that in like a few different languages, I think, where there's like a few words that mean like a lot, like, or like loads of different. You can have both sides of it. So like one word that means a lot of different things, or like a lot of words for one specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like the like Canadians and ice. Like I think they've got like loads of different words for ice.
Ice, 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 ice. Oh,
Ice, ice, ice,
ice,
ice.
ice, ice, ice.
Ice, 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 ice.
Oh, ice.
ISIS.
Peradventure, ISIS. Touche.
Oh God. Oh,
What is it
dear.
with you and ISIS, honestly?
I don't know. It's a thing. It's not. No, I don't know. It's just a funny term. I think the fact that it's come up so many times in like modern culture. So like, what's the show? Archer.
ISIS.
Archer. You know Archer, the
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
show, the cartoon. Like their group is called ISIS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I think that I think that was before ISIS became prevalent, and there's like a company that's called ISIS, like a legitimate, like, I can't remember what sort of company, but like I don't know, like a geographical company or whatever.
You'd want to rebrand, wouldn't you? If that was your name, you'd be like, right, it's come time, we will just be the eyes. What was it? The icicles or something like.
The Icicles is good. That's like a youth football team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, the Icicles. They've both rebranded their name and what they do as a company. They're now no longer a business. They're just like a child's football team.
God, the amount of companies I've been in that have rebranded themselves as child's football teams, I tell you. It's beyond count.
More than you think.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Right. Okay.
So we lost it a bit there.
We're back to it. Genesis 50:16, and they sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, "Thy father did command before he died, saying." Genesis 50:17.
I love it when he says the numbers.
It's so odd. I find it really weird when they say the actual numbers as well. It's odd, but it makes sense. Genesis 50:17. So shall ye say unto Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren and their sin, for they did unto thee evil, and now we pray, not pay. Genesis 50:17. So shall ye say unto Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren and their sin, for they did unto thee evil, and now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of God of thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him. Genesis 50:18. And his brethren... Genesis 50:18. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face, and they said, Behold, we be thy servants. Genesis 50:19.
Yeah, hang on. I really liked on that one. I do this quite often, where you say the word correctly, but with the complete wrong intonation that you have to start again.
Yeah.
I do that quite a lot, where like you say the word wrong, but like correctly, but like it sounds wrong, so that you literally cannot continue the sentence. Like, but you said it perfectly right. You said brethren, but it was like brethren. Just like ended in a weird place.
Nope.
And like fucking scrap it.
Not gonna happen. Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, sorry, that was all my notes.
Genesis 50:19. And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for I am... Genesis 50:19. And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for am I in the place of God? Genesis 50:20. But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive.
That doesn't make any sense. That's fine.
Complete gibberish. That's King James's problem, though.
Yeah, King James is like poetic at points, but like most of it is nonsense, isn't it?
If I just take this sentence and just like disperse it, it doesn't mean anything anymore, and I just fill it with these other words.
He starts with a 4-word sentence, and it makes perfect sense. It's like a normal, like polite, nice sentence, and then just disperse it. Like, you go over there, that word, and then we'll add like, and the where that was who he did that.
When it was to come upon thee, when he said thee.
But yeah, we've bashed it enough. Let's crack on. Genesis 50:21. Now therefore fear ye not. I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them, and spake kindly unto them. Genesis 50:22. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house, and Joseph lived 110 years. Genesis 50:23. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the 3rd generation, the children also of Machir, the son of Manasseh. No.
Manasseh. Yeah.
I added a
Manasseh.
PH.
Yeah,
I added a PH, it's fine, I'll start again. Genesis 50:23. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the 3rd generation, the children also of Machir, the son Manasseh, were brought up upon Joseph's knees. Genesis 50:24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land, unto the land which he sware to Abraham and Isaac and to Jacob.
No, there's not and to Jacob. Not and to Isaac, sorry. Just to Isaac.
Just to. even though they've got and 2 for the next fucker. That's fine. Genesis 50:24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land unto the land which he sware, pardon me, to Abraham, to Jacob. Oh, no. Genesis 50:24. Oh, I just did a burp on that last sentence, and it was a funky burp.
We'll cut that in post.
Super boozy, super chorizo-y. It was not ideal. Genesis 50:24. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land unto the land which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. I'll just finish this little badger off.
Here we go.
Genesis 50:25. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. Genesis 50:26. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt.
That last sentence does not feel worth it for the amount of effort it took to get there. Like, what?
No, it doesn't,
oh, mate.
So, basically, I'm pretty sure. So, like, Joseph's been about for, like, this whole recording session, I swear. So,
yeah,
like,
he has been, yeah.
Surely Genesis is just Joseph, really. Everything else has just been like, oh, they made the earth and they made humans and stuff, but, like, the epitome of the chapter has been Joseph, and it's been fucking boring.
Yeah, it's been the Joseph story. It really has been. Like, what the fuck did Joseph even do?
Joseph's a twat.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Sorry.
I don't mean to say it harshly, but thank fuck Joseph's dead. Like, you know.
Yeah, he is dead now.
Yeah, 110 years. That's not even, like, remarkable in any way. All of his, like, ancestors lived for, like, thousands of years or whatever, as they said. Like, and he, like, oh man, how did that 110 years last for so long?
Yeah, that was long as fuck. I swear Noah was only like, I don't know, like, it was only like two Genesises, I think. Whereas Joseph's been about for like probably 20 Genesises.
Look, I don't know, but either way, Joseph aside, I think the big headline here is fuck you, King James.
Yeah,
fuck
you,
you, Genesis. We did it against all odds. We did it. All right. So enough of you gloating in the background in your little grave, like, you know, from 1611, like whatever. Like, we did it.
Yeah, fuck you, King James.
And yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think just fair play to us, really. Fuck the people who wrote it. Like, yeah, I think it's all about us.
I think they're leaving. The final note is fair play to us. Fair play to us.
Peradventure.
Oh god. Peradventure.
We learned some new words.
No,
we learned some new I don't know, like a lot of what's most remarkable is like you hear a lot of, like, let's just go on a serious route just for a second, but you hear a lot of, like, yeah, thank you. But you hear a lot of Christians, they'll, like, get very particular about parts of the Bible. They'll like to quote those particular parts. They'll like to pretend that they live their lives according to these particular passages, etc. But when you read
pastures,
this pasture in full, at least this part of the pasture, like, you realise it's fucking bonkers. Like, it's
really
psychopathic. Like, it's... I did not realise it was quite this backwards, like, until we went on this journey. So I'm glad that we have.
So much of it is. Yeah, so much of it is. I think we've always talked about how like, maybe some of this is quite offensive to Christians, and I think what a lot of like, if you're going to look at the first what we've done, so the first book of Genesis, it is all madness. Like, it's all made up, it's all bollocks, genuinely bollocks, and it's all worded really weirdly. But I think scholars and modern, you know, Christians and stuff have figured out, like, what King James or whatever was trying to say with these words. But if you literally just look at the text, if you literally just look at the words that are written down in the Bible, it is bollocks.
Yeah.
Like you can take a meaning from it, and you can use the words to say this or say that or what have you, but the actual literal verse that's there, a lot of it is bollocks.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it is bollocks. I also don't think that I don't think that recording 12 episodes in a row and drinking booze throughout has helped necessarily.
No, I wouldn't
so
say
like
so.
by now we're very jaded in the process, you know. Very jaded.
I think you're right about that, but at the same time, like, so much through this entire book, this isn't just a theme of the episode we've recorded, but like so much of it has been like the underlying like all of this is like trying to tell you a story, right? It's trying to tell you a story with a meaning. It's like a fable with a meaning, so you can understand how you should live your life better. But like all of this from start to finish, those meanings have been like twisted. Like I haven't had a single time where I've been like, yeah, of course. So that means that we should try and live our lives where it's a bit more like that, like a bit more like, you know, I should aim to not kill my brother out of complete pointlessness just because I'm jealous of another reason. No, the Bible says you pretty much should do that. Like,
the Bible says you should kill your brother in these circumstances.
Exactly. Like, you know, I definitely shouldn't fuck my daughters. Oh wait, actually, it's okay as long as they fuck me. Like.
And as long as you like sell her for Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and it doesn't like, oh no, like I've taken on this wife. Oh, but I didn't know it was my daughter at the time. So I'm okay, right? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, all right then. Well, who was to know? Like, it's just
definitely. Yeah, the Old Testament, as we've seen it so far, at least. You know, we're not going to judge the whole book, but up until what we've read so far hasn't been great.
I've been more shocked
I've
been more shocked than I thought I would be. Like, I thought I'd be pretty shocked by some of this stuff because I knew it was pretty like out there. But actually, it's taken me on a journey much further down the road than I thought it would. Like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's been an eye opener or like?
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely been surprising. There was a lot of stuff that like I don't know. It's been difficult really because like. We said that we've done a drunk episode this time. Like, I've definitely had a few beers at least each time, and obviously the most important thing about recording the episode has always just been, you know, the panic of like getting through the record really more than anything, more than actually reading the book. And like I've always said that it would be quite interesting to, now that we've done this, to sit down and actually read the book myself, like up until now, because we've only done like 30 pages or whatever in a few years. Like we could sit down in an afternoon and just
you can handle that
quietly read
probably within an hour. You could probably get to the same
exactly
point.
It would take, you know, less than an afternoon. So I do actually want to sit down and read what we've read so far, you know, so that I can actually try and process it and, you know, try and get more of an understanding as to what they're trying to say, because this format is not great. It's not indicative for understanding the Bible. No. I don't think. I think that's quite a fair
I think you're right about that. But on its face, it's pretty damn shocking what gets said in there, like in the black and white.
100%.
The things that happen.
Yeah, there's a lot more. There's a lot more rape. There's a lot more. You know, family. What's it called when families bang each other?
Incest. Yeah,
incest. There's a lot more incest than I thought there was going to be. Like, I knew there was a little bit of incest, but like that comes up so often, like too
all
often.
the time. Like every chapter, pretty much. It felt like
pretty much once an episode we've had.
Yeah.
You know, at least a cousin fucking.
Yeah.
And yeah, that shocked me. That's definitely shocked me to my core.
So
and then
I think that draws it to a close. Like I think we've made it there.
I think so.
I'm very happy to be here, to be honest with you, to have actually made it this far. I remember when we started this project, I was quite skeptical how far we would get. Like, to say that we've got to the end of Genesis, it doesn't really feel like that much. But actually, when you realise that it's 50 chapters of complete, like, just listen back to any of the previous episodes. When you hear what it's actually like, I understand a lot more, and I think we've done all right for ourselves.
I think so. I think 50 episodes of a podcast, even just putting it into those terms, like, doesn't, the Bible itself is like obviously why we're recording it. I think we've always thought it'd be quite interesting to read the Bible as atheists. I thought I'm going to speak for us both when I say atheists. You can chime in if that's not right, but
super atheist.
He bricks Christians on the street. But yeah, no, we both thought that it was quite interesting to read the Bible as atheists, to just to see what it was, I guess, just to actually read it, and I've definitely enjoyed the process. There's been some of my funniest sort of memories, I guess, have been through this. I think some of the times I've laughed the most have been through doing this. I think that's the most important bit, really. Obviously we're trying to get through the Bible, and we will do. I think on this current PDF we've just done we're on page. Oh no, hang on. Even way further than where I thought. So yeah, we've just finished page 51. So we're moving on to page 52 out of 742.
To be fair, that's a chunk. That is a chunk.
That's like an eighth of the whole book. The entire book. No, it's not.
Somewhere around there.
16th.
It's a 16th.
About a 16th of the entire book.
It's a teenth.
So that's... It's a teenth. Yeah. So yeah, we're, a 16th through the entire book, really, in those terms. So I think we're doing all right, really. It's taken us a few years and all of that good stuff, but we're going to get there. And season 2 is going to be, very different. We've got some big plans for season 2.
A lot more explosions, a lot more Bible, a lot more King James, and a lot more stats.
All right, we weren't going to say anything, but we've actually brought King James back from the dead.
Yep.
For season 2.
We have. Do you want to give a little sneak preview of what's going to come up in season 2? You ready?
All right, hang on.
Okay. Coming up next time in season 2 of Bibbling.
I'm King James!
Bible stats. Oh, you want your stats?
Bible news coming at your door.
Genesis, season 2, part 1. How do I say this?
The second book of Moses, called Exodus.
Whoa. Exodus? I thought it was Genesis part 2. Hang on a minute.
No, it's not Genesis.
I thought it was going to be Genesis 2:51.
Well, to be fair, on the PDF it just said the book of Exodus, but have a check on the paper version. I think it did say it's like a second Genesis according to the book version. Don't worry about now. That's fine. I can see you looking. You don't need to look. But,
I'm looking hard. It's around here somewhere. But
it's all right. It's a problem we'll deal with another day. But the next season might not even be a Genesis.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's mind-bending. That is mind-bending. So I hope you've enjoyed this, what's coming up next year in Bibbling, next season. Why do they say seasons? Let's just say years, next year.
Yeah, but that doesn't really work, does it? Because we don't know when we're going to be releasing this, and we don't know when the season's going to end or anything like that.
Next time.
We don't even divulge what year it is on Bibblin,
I don't like series either.
You don't like series or seasons?
No.
There's no fucking pleasing you, is there?
No, there isn't. Season, I don't know, fuck knows.
What's the alternative? Like, batch?
Batch. Decade.
Decade doesn't work at all. Because then we got
what's the word for, like, where you have what's your cousin, your brother, and your level of family, and then you've got, like, your uncle and your dad and your... Like, there's different levels of family, like there's different...
Generation,
yes, that's it. The next generation coming up.
I like that.
Next generation.
I like that, because it will change and it will, twist and what have you, and it's something else.
There you go. So, thank you for tuning in for Bibbling first generation.
Yep.
Just you wait until you hear the second generation.
Second generation's going to be big, and wait and see if we forget about the generation thing by the next season.
Yeah, because it sounds like a great idea now, but in edit, are we going to listen this far through? Who knows?
Think so.
I'm not convinced, to be quite honest with you.
But yeah, most importantly, I think Bibblers, I fucking love you. Thank you for listening.
You're madder than us for listening to this, honestly.
Yeah, if anyone,
we fucking love you. That's awesome.
Now,
yeah.
If anyone's listening right now,
you're a legend.
However many minutes of waffle,
complete legend.
Yeah, you're a top person.
Keys. So yeah, thanks once again. And I suppose all we have left to say is Bibble on. I suppose join us next generation. Thank you very much.
We'll be back soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.